let's go. I'm on a journey to discover the truth. Living life in recovery is lovely. You got the power in you. Surround yourself with positive energy. Judges hitting people with provocative penalties. Need to make a change. Advocate to change the laws. Prove to people that it's not insane. When you stand behind a cause, I'm here to speak about the pain. Recover loud to normalize the disease that's been killing all my friends and my family. The time is now to let it all go and recover loud. The benefit is healthy people, family and friends that never have to overdose ever again, never have to plead out to a lesser offense. I'm proud to say that I recover loud. I never thought I could, but I'm so proud that I discovered how to live my life again, controlling my own destiny. I needed recovery, I still need it desperately. Addiction never defined my identity. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud.
Welcome to another episode of Recover Loud. I'm your host, Mike Paddleford, and I recover loud. Today we traveled down to Bangor for the Recovery Palooza event put on by the Barn, the Bangor Area Recovery Network. It was a great event, we had a great time. I hope you enjoy this episode where we got a chance to talk with Tyler McGee. Tyler is an ex-Marine whose story of pain and trauma led him down a dark road. His story of recovery is sure to inspire many out there. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Recover Loud. Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Recover Loud. Today we're recording down at the Bangor Recovery Palooza event at the waterfront. I'm glad to be joined today by Tyler McGee. Tyler, welcome to the show. Thank you for sharing your story. Thanks for volunteering for this event. It's been an amazing day, and I appreciate you coming over to share your story with us.
Definitely. Thanks for having me, Mike.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a great event for us.
Yeah. You know, these events, it gives us a chance to recover loud, for people to see that there is a recovery community out here, and to really find out what the resources are that are available. So if there's an event in your area, please check it out. Take your opportunity to recover loud. Tyler, we were just talking before, and you told me a little bit about your story. Can you explain, you know, what was it that really got you using substances, and what that did for you?
I was in the Marine Corps, and you know, I went out and I went on a mission one day, and things went sideways. I came back to base, and one of my lance corporals saw that I wasn't taking it too well, and he offered me a bag of cocaine and told me it would take the edge off.
Wow. And was that your first experience with substances like that?
It was my first experience with drugs of any type. You know, I hadn't even smoked pot at that point because my dream all my life was to be a Marine. And,
yeah.
You know, so I stayed clean. I had drinks every once in a while, but I didn't have the alcoholic mindset yet.
Yeah. How long were you in the Marines?
I was in the Marines for 6 years.
6 years. Thank you for your service. I know I mentioned it earlier. My son is a Marine right now. You know, and I have concerns, you know, what he's going to see when he goes out. You know, not necessarily all the time that he may not come home, but you know, what's going to happen when he does come home. You know, and turning to substances is a way that a lot of people, veterans, end up coping with the trauma of being assigned duty, you know. So how long did you use for?
I used from the time I was 18 until March 12th of 2021.
March 12th, so that's your recovery date?
That's my recovery date. That's my last drunk and my last suicide attempt.
Yeah. How bad did that get?
I had just lost a job. I went to my house and grabbed a shotgun and wrestled with Mom over control for it. Got control of it because she was Air Force, I was a Marine. You know, one of us had a clear advantage over the other. I got the shotgun and took off down the road with a handle of Jaeger, and was pulled over before I made it 2 miles, heading towards the lake, because every suicide attempt I've made, I've tried to be somewhere beautiful. So that the last thing that I saw was a positive thing. Well, the first thing that I could think to do was sling my keys out the window, open the door, prop the shotgun on the ground, lay my chin on the muzzle, and pull the trigger. And for the first time in my life, I forgot to take the safety off of a weapon.
Wow.
And, you know, knowing what I know now about...
So you went through the motions.
I did. I pulled the
get
trigger.
out. And for some reason, here you are today.
Yeah.
So what happened after that?
After that, we were in a standoff for about 4 hours, where I contemplated suicide by cop. I couldn't put that on my conscience to put it on somebody else's conscience.
Right.
You know, if I was going to do it, it had to be me.
Yeah.
And so I finally surrendered and spent 5.5 months in PCJ. Worst hotel you'll ever go to. I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
And I had a gentleman come up to me with a book while I was in there. And it was big, it was blue, and reading it was honestly what changed my life.
So you found a good resource while you were there.
I did.
Did you take that seriously right away?
I didn't. You know, I took it serious to the point of what my court mandated it.
Okay.
But I just went through the motions.
Yeah.
I made it to meetings to sit through it and just be a fly on the wall. But I wasn't in recovery.
Yeah.
I was in the halls, but I wasn't in recovery.
Yeah. And that's your perspective, obviously. Just so that you know mine. Recovery begins as soon as you say it does. However, for me, that can be the day you decide to open that book, the first words you read, because you're taking steps forward that may benefit you tomorrow, whether you take it seriously or not. You read the books, you went to the meetings, eventually something stuck, you know, and what did it take for you to really turn that into something that you're holding on to today?
It took service work. You know, it started out, an old guy at one of the meetings said, listen, you're new. You should be making connections, because the only thing that's opposite of addiction is connection.
Yeah.
And so he stood with me at the door as I shook each and every person's hand as they came in the door. And I introduced myself, and I got phone numbers. And I now have a contact list that is hundreds of people long that they check on me daily, weekly, monthly.
Yeah, having that connection really makes a difference. I agree with you, connection is the opposite of addiction. That's why I started my Facebook group, to provide connection, support, and resources for anyone looking for help. You know, and that's why I do the service I do today, because that helps keep me on my path. So Tyler, what has this new life in recovery brought you?
Oh man, it's brought me clarity. It's brought me serenity. It's brought me happiness.
Yeah.
I have a relationship with my family now.
It's great.
I have the beginning of a career. I'm a Healthy Acadia intern, so I work as a recovery coach intern.
Good for you.
And I've been given the opportunity to give back.
Yeah.
And that all started by going to my recovery center and starting to volunteer.
Yeah. Yeah, getting out there in the community and making these connections and doing something with this life that we saved. You know, that's important. These events, like today, 300 people here today?
At least.
It was beautiful. Of all the things that happened today, just seeing the people here smiling. The music, Miles Bullens, another great show from him. It's things like this that show us that it's worth saving our lives. So thanks to the barn for hosting this today. Thanks for you guys for putting in all the work to get it done. You mentioned the relationship with your family. What's it like with your mom?
We're closer than I've ever been with her.
Yeah.
I grew up with a single parent, my mom, and our relationship was always a little rocky. We're both type A personalities, and so when I'm right, I'm right.
Yeah.
And when she's right, nobody can tell her otherwise.
Yeah.
And so we always kind of butt heads. But now that I'm in recovery, she's more accepting of my ideas. She's more accepting of knowing that maybe I don't have all the right answers. And I'm the same way, I'm not always right anymore.
Yeah.
I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong and have the wrong idea.
So you're teachable.
I'm teachable these days.
Yeah, and that's great. When we figure out that we're not always right and we don't have all the answers, that's when we can accept somebody else's knowledge and really open up to different possibilities. So I'm grateful that you opened yourself up to recovery. That blue book has opened the eyes for many people, and it's showing itself in you. And I'm honored for the work that you've done, and to get to where you're at today, and just to meet you.
Thank you.
And just to be able to share your story as a recoach, your experience is valuable. As a guest today, your story is valuable for all these people. So thank you. If you would, is there a message you'd like to share? Any bit of advice for somebody who might be struggling today with the idea that they can recover?
Honestly, the biggest thing that I can tell you is what worked for me, and that was getting connected, staying connected, and starting to give back. That was what really started my road to recovery in my own head.
Well, thank you again, Tyler. Thanks for your service, and thanks for the work you're doing today.
Thank you, Michael.
All right.
Hey, I'm Miles Bullen, and I recover loud.
I'm Tyler McGee, and I recover loud.
Anderson's Auto Repair, locally owned and operated in Sweden, Maine, specializes in all make, all model vehicle diagnosis and repair. Each individual service is backed by our nationwide TechNet 2-year 24,000-mile warranty. Call or stop in to schedule an appointment today. Anderson's Auto, for wherever the road takes you.
Hi, I'm Mike Paddleford, and I recover loud. On August 8th, Maine's expanded version of the Good Samaritan Law goes into effect. This law is intended to make it more likely for someone to dial 911 in the case of a drug-related overdose. This law removes the penalties and the threat of prosecution for all drug-related offenses and most non-violent crimes, as well as probation violation and parole revocation. It is now safe for us to dial 911 in the case of an overdose. We don't have to take care of our friends alone. Please help save a life by dialing 911. If you or someone you know would like to carry naloxone, you can reach out to me at recoveryotr18@gmail.com. Recover loud, everybody.
Welcome to Rick's Redemption, where we are family owned and operated. We strive in cleanliness, honesty, and customer appreciation. Rick's Redemption is a recovery-ready employer who believes wholeheartedly in redemption. Here at Rick's, we support Recovery Aroostook and definitely are proud to recover loud. God bless.
I recover loud, I recover loud, I recover loud. I recover loud, I recover loud. Let's go. I'm on a journey to discover the truth. Living life in recovery is lovely. You got the power in you. Surround yourself with positive energy. Judges hitting people with provocative penalties. Need to make a change. Advocate to change the laws. Prove to people that it's not insane. When you stand behind a cause, I'm here to speak about the pain. Recover loud to normalize the disease that's been killing all my friends and my family. The time is now to let it all go and recover loud. The benefit is healthy people, family and friends that never have to overdose ever again, never have to plead out to a lesser offense. I'm proud to say that I recover loud. I never thought I could, but I'm so proud that I discovered how to live my life again, controlling my own destiny. I needed recovery, I still need it desperately. Addiction never defined my identity. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, here to tell my own story. I recover proud, save a life of like 40. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud, yeah, I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud. I recover loud.